Welcome to School of Timeless Wisdom. My name is Omnia Amin, and today I want to speak about something that, everything intersects. So I might have spoken before about what to eat for every chakra, the importance of having the rainbow colors, a range of colors on your plate for food. And I also spoke about the colors of the planets, what to wear, how to live everyday life. But today I decided to speak about your immediate space and how colors affect your immediate space, especially during the seasons. Now, I'm doing this because a lot of my clients coming for readings or healing have been complaining about low kind of like stamina, depression, losing their focus, headaches, out of alignment. And we've just left the summer and it's autumn. So when we look at nature, nature itself reflects colors, the change of colors, the tones. And I always say, you want to know what's wrong with you, or you want to know what's right with you, or you want to know how to align yourself, have a look at nature. Nature does not lie, and nature just tells you or has the answer for what you are going through. So right now, from the vibrant colors of summer, autumn is coming with the falling leaves, and have a look at the change in color of the leaves themselves. So they are shedding green and going into gold, brown, tones of yellow, and so on. And there are changes also in nature, not just the weather. But here today, I'm going to mainly focus on colors because it's so easy to adjust colors around you. Now, everything that you live in is a space. Even your body is your sacred space, and your home is your immediate space, and it's also sacred. Now, all spaces are sacred, but some are public, some are private. So how can we adjust our colors to reflect the best of who we are? Now, I want to tell everybody, please have a look at your home environment. Start with the home. And the most important room to start with is your bedroom. So if recently you're unable to sleep, there is no passion, you don't have a desire to do anything, you're not passionate about your partner, or if you don't have a partner, you're not happy with yourself, you're fretful, just from the door of your bedroom, as you enter the bedroom, I want you to just pretend that you're someone who has never been inside this room and have a look at the colors in the room. From the color of the walls to the wardrobe to, and I'm not speaking about the inside of the wardrobe, just the outside surface. Like when you just enter, what is it that you see? Now, first and foremost, rule number one, no clutter. If there is clutter, it means the clutter is inside of you. It's not in the room, by the way. Because who created this clutter is you. So you cannot afford to have clutter. But I'm not going to speak about clutter because this is a very different subject matter. And but rule number one, no clutter. So just put things in neat piles, get boxes, what have you. But have a look at the colors in your room. So what are the colors of your walls? If they are white, it means it's a good color, by the way. If you don't know what to do or what color to put or how to bring about change in your life, stick with white. You can't go wrong with white. Why? White is the color of purity. It's the color of the angels. It's the color of, when you wipe something clean. So it's the color of giving you opportunities to wipe the slate clean, to make it white. It means that you are having a fresh start. So it's the color of freshness, the color of joy, because white is serene, happy, angelic. And also it's always reminding your brain to calm down. And every day there is freshness, there is renewal, there is something pure and new. So this is white. And it is very important for the mental health. And I'm speaking about mental health because it helps you heal. This is why hospitals, it's no wonder, hospitals are white. Everything is white. Why? Because they don't want you to clutter the mind, clutter again. So cluttering is a very important element or key. So here, the baseline is a touch of white or white in the bedroom if you're really feeling cluttered. Now you're going to tell me, come on, do you want me to go and paint my walls? My walls are already a different color. And I'm like, no, I'm not saying paint your wall, but I'm saying note every color in your room. And when you look at the colors, some colors you will immediately feel, oh, I love this color. I feel good. Keep it. Or, oh, whenever I see this color green, a wave comes over me because it's the color of the heart. Keep it. But if you're really fretful, start with the bedroom. And the best colors for the bedroom, as I said, keep white. Or let's say your walls are pink. A white pillowcase, a white candle, a white kind of like night stand, shade, a white throw. Anything that has a light, happy color in the bedroom. Now, if your life is missing on passion and sexuality, sensuality, add red. I'm not saying go and buy, if you can afford, go and buy something red, but don't overwhelm the bedroom with red. Remember, red is the color of desire, passion, and red is, pumps the blood back into your vessels. It's the color of blood. It's the color of joy. It's the color of the root chakra. So what you need to do is have red pillows. As simple as red pillows. Highlight the room with something that's got red. Now, the best two colors for couples who have lost that contact is red and gold. If you have a pillow, have gold rims. If you don't, you can just put a pillow and a golden rimmed frame with a picture of the two of you hugging or smiling inside, or just put a nice piece of art that is got gold somehow, and a picture frame or a picture, actually a painting that's got red, that's got gold. Gold and red are very important. Gold. Now, gold is the key color for lots of things. It is the color that is equal to prosperity. So if you come and tell me, all right, I've put a bit of white and I've put a bit of gold and I put a bit in my bedroom, that's the bedroom. Please avoid one color, gray. The gray colors are, especially the darker they are the more depleting they are. So if you're really sleeping on a gray kind of like bedding, highlight them with, don't put like if you've got a gray bed sheet, don't leave the pillowcases gray as well. And if I were you, I would get rid of it or put in more color, or make sure that my duvet color is not gray. Like avoid dark gray, avoid gray. because it is the color that depletes you. It's neither white nor black. It is something in between. The lighter in color it is, closer to the white, the better. But closer to the black, it's heavy. It creates what we call a color, a vacuum that sucks your energy. So this is why when people sleep on gray colored things, fabrics, they wake up depleted, they don't dream properly, they are not happy. Something is not in balance. So be very careful with gray. What do you do if you've got gray walls? At least the bed sheets, they are easy to change. But the gray wall, you tell me it's a rented apartment, it's a hotel, whatever. It's not my apartment. I can't change the colors. And I'll say that's okay. Just place paintings. Put things, hang things around the room that change the flow of this. Now, let's say you've placed an object and you told me nothing happened. You told me to place a pillow, you told me to place a candlestick, you told me to place I don't know what, a bowl, something for my jewelry, a jewelry box, and nothing changed. Nothing changed because your intention never changed. So, rule number one, when you're going about in your office, in your bedroom, in your home, inside your car, if you're going to say, I've got stagnant energy, I feel really stuck, find an object that would reflect what you are looking for. And I'm going to go through colors and what they induce or do for us, and the vibration of them. And take this object. I usually, when I buy something new, I put it on top of incense, as I showed you in previous videos, and agar wood, or what we call oud, is wonderful, but you don't have to if you're in a country that does not have this. Frankincense is wonderful. Rose, sandalwood, whatever works for you. Just kind of like burn the incense, and if you don't have incense or you cannot burn incense, they don't allow incense in the room, it's okay. The intention. You go and say, I bought this, or I've got this object, and I intend that the color, this object that's colored gold or colored red or colored blue, I'm placing it here with the intention of, and state your intention and speak to it. Speak to the object. By the way, everything is energy. There is nothing cold. It is so dense. It doesn't hear. It hears. Put it in the palm of your hands if it's small enough. If it's, let's say, a bedside stand, a lamp that you bought new, or it's there, just speak to it. Tell it I love you, and your color is going to help me transform my sleeping habits, awaken my passion, it will give me clarity and serenity as I sleep and have clear dreams. Speak to the object. The best objects you can speak to, or not actually objects, they're not, are plants. We all know that when you speak to your plants, they grow better. Now, plants are another thing to change the energy completely anywhere. Usually I don't place plants in my bedroom, but I like to place plants by my apartment or house door. So outside, I can have 2 parent plants or just 1 plant, or just as people visit me inside, just inside from the main front door, I have a plant. Now, the plants here, when you get them with the intention that this is going to protect or purify or bring me prosperity or whatever it is, and speak to the plant. I actually have a plant that I was given by a friend, and the plant started, the minute it came to my home, started to die. And I was like, oh my God, it was almost dead, just a little bit of green. And I thought, so long as there is a little bit of green, there is hope. I went up to the plant, I held it, and I said, look, you were a gift from a very, very special friend. I love you. I value you. I'm sorry if my friend left, but she didn't throw you away. She gave you to me as a gift, and I would love you to live again. I put that intention that I want it to live. The plant now is blooming. And people were saying, wasn't this the dead plant? I said, it never died. It just listened to me, and I started every time to pass by, and I would just hold the leaves and say, thank you so much for living. Thank you so much for wanting to be here. Thank you for growing, and it keeps growing. So plants are amazing. Amazing. They bring amazing energy. Why plants? Plants are usually what? Green. What is the color green? Green is the color of nature. Green is the color of the heart chakra. So green is the color of expansion. When you want to bring expansion to the space, like to expand, to grow in wisdom, to grow with compassion, to grow with the self, to have prosperity grow around you. So green is a very important color. And by the way, you can play with plants. So you will find that not all plants are green. You can get various colored flowers or plants or whatever you want. I used to keep a peace plant by my door, because the peace plant, I had the one with the green leaves and the white peace plant. And I always used to say, because my home, I put the intention that my home is a serene place, and when people come in, they feel calm, they feel quiet, they feel happy, and they feel healed, because I'm a healer. And that everyone who comes here will be healed on various levels, even if they did not come for healing. Even my guests who come for a meal or just a cup of something with me. So I had that peace plant, the white one, by my door, and I had a red peace plant, okay, in my office. And the red peace plant usually has that something growing out of it that's yellow. I call it golden. So it was kind of like gold red color. And I would always speak to it and say, bring passion to what I'm writing, because I was writing lots of articles. I was trying to get promoted and so on. And I wanted passion again to go into my creativity. Now, gold is a very creative force, and red brings back the passion. And of course, green leaves bring expansion. So I used that plant in my office space at home. Now, in my office at the university, I used an evergreen plant. Whether I water it or I don't water it, in case there are holidays, it does not die. But I always tell it, thank you for being here. Thank you for living with me. Wherever, and then I noticed every office I ever had on a university campus, I always had a cactus or an evergreen plant. And they always survived. They were always very happy. And they brought me happiness. Like when I'm overwhelmed with students or things or reports, I would just look at the plant and smile. And it became a reminder for me. So I made sure that if it's cactus or if it's whatever, I would get various colors. and would actually speak to them and say, thank you for being here. And the cactus always made me feel resourceful and that I perseverance, and I don't give up when I have problems. And it spoke to me. I will never ever forget. I'm going to share this, and I did it out of ignorance before I realized that everything is alive. I had a small kettle in my office, and then one of my colleagues came and said, let's have a cup of coffee. And I said, all right. And then I had a bit of water that flaked a bit, but it was hot. So I thought, oh, I'm going to dump it. And I dumped it on the cactus. All right. By the window. And then I went and got fresh water and boiled the kettle. And as I was taking, it's a small kettle, taking it to pour it on over the coffee, it fell from my hand and my lap, and it completely burnt my thighs to the extent that when I had to be taken to hospital and they needed to give me anesthesia to extract the cloth from my molten flesh. And the minute that the thing fell into my lap and I screamed, I looked up and I looked at the cactus, and the cactus said, I could hear it. I mean, it was crazy. I never had that before. It said, this is how you burnt me. And that day was a turning point for me. I remember this day till now. It was 25 years ago, quarter of a century ago. I'll never, ever forget 24 years ago. I never forgot it. And it changed how I perceive everything as living. The plant put an impression in my mind. And I suffered for quite a while before I healed. But every day I would go to that plant and say, I'm sorry. And when I said I'm sorry, I healed like quicker, because there was an acknowledgement, and then it actually opened my heart chakra. Plants are amazing. So let's have a look at what we need to do and what we need to avoid in order to transform things to help us. So if you are financially struggling or you want abundance, gold is your color. Wear gold, have a gold item, carry anything. It doesn't have to be pure. If you have gold items, that's perfect. I usually wear gold something to up my energy, because it's prosperity. And it's not just financial prosperity, it's prosperity in knowledge, prosperity in relationships, prosperity on all levels. Gold is the color that the gods seek. Our planet years ago had beings that came specially to mine the gold in the planet, to atomize it in their atmosphere so that they can breathe better and bring balance in the atmosphere of the planet, their planet that they had imbalanced. So gold brings balance, longevity. Gold does wonders. I had a video that unfortunately was taken out of YouTube. It was called Eat Your Silver and Gold, but I will do another version of it for those who would like to hear it, like how to utilize silver and gold. But gold is amazing. It's the color that brings you enlightenment. It's the color that of the sun. So it is representative of a clarity, wisdom. It is wisdom. And that's why, for example, in ancient cultures, like in the ancient Egyptian culture, all the goddesses had a sun disk on top with a copra made of gold, which means perfection, wisdom, the perfection of wisdom. So this sun disk, golden sun disk, is perfection. So if you really want prosperity, bring an item. It doesn't have to be gold, but it needs to be colored gold, gold color, gold plated. It can be a bowl. It can be like a bowl where you put your jewelry, or just a small bowl, or a small statue, or anything that is just golden. And say I'm bringing you, and I'm placing my intention that you are here to bring prosperity to the place. So if your prosperity place is your office, because this is where you generate your income, place it in your office, and place one in your living room, and place a small item by your bedside, because gold is also very good. And place gold in your kitchen, like, golden spoon. Eat out of a golden spoon. Now, not everyone will be able to afford to eat out of a golden spoon, but have a golden something in your kitchen. Hang a magnet that is golden in design, anything. An apron that's got a gold rim around. Put something that's got gold in the kitchen. So surround yourself with gold if you're asking for prosperity. And look at prosperity as abundance in all areas, not just the financial. And when you're putting it, just don't place your intention from a point of lack. Oh my God, I haven't got money, so I'm like really bringing you here because I want money. It's never like this. It is, bless the item. I'm so happy that you're here. You are a reminder that I am a prosperous, happy person. And I put the intention that as I place this golden ring in the room, it vibrates the energy of gold around and attracts prosperity into my life. It keeps flowing. So that's gold. As I said, use red for passion, to be passionate about your partner, to be passionate about your work. So, for example, my laptop, I use my laptop a lot, and I have stickers on the laptop of various colors. Or some of my stickers say things like love or thank you, and or just a cute thing with the colors that bring me prosperity, because my laptop is very important. It's where I work a lot. Other colors, if you're seeking, if you're really stressed, let's say I'm so stressed. It is, I take the tube to work, or I drive to work, and it is, the city is stressful, and it's a lot of noise, and it is, I can't relax. Blue. Peace. Serenity. Calmness. Why? When you look at the sea and the sky, and especially, that's why I always tell people, go to the sea. Look at this blue sky, and where the horizon meets the sea, and there is no dividing line. It's almost gone. And when you just look, and the sound of the waves, and you keep looking, what happens? You're being washed. You stop listening to the voice here, and you stop listening to the voices around. You're just with the sea, with the blue. So blue is the color of bringing back a serene, quiet, calming mode. If you are so inflamed, sometimes the body's inflamed, the brain is inflamed, the emotions can't take it anymore, wear blue and put a blue item. Put blue, a blue pillow. Take that blue pillow everywhere you go, or hug it, or get a blue teddy bear. And while you're holding it, you just say, it's reminding me of my prosperity. I remember one thing, that when I went for surgery, I have a small Winnie the Pooh. And of course, Winnie the Pooh wears red, and Winnie is golden yellow. So I would hold Winnie the Pooh and look, and its red top had the word love. So I would take it with me, and it always reminded me, it brought me gold, yellow, and love, the word love. And it would be in my handbag, and I would put it, and the nurses, the doctors used to laugh, but it's for me, for my well-being. And it made me laugh back. Small, small items. Uh, uh, so we said green for expanding, for freshness, for its nature. So every color has its beauty. Let's say you're not sure what to put, but for example, my living room here, it has two yellow. Always, I've got two yellow chairs, golden yellow, and I've got surrounded by pillows that reflect various colors. So if you're not sure, put the rainbow colors, all the colors of the rainbow, and then experiment taking this pillow to the bedroom or putting that pillow in my office. And you will find one thing, that sometimes you wake up and your eye is focused on a very specific color, which means you're lacking this color. This is the color that you need for today to perk you up. So if you're feeling depleted, make sure you've got no grays, nothing in gray color. And avoid black if you want healing. So surround yourself with white, blue for the stillness of the mind. If you're meditating and you meditate on a yoga mat, make sure it's blue. It helps. Or you have a blue pillow, or just put something in blue. It is amazing, the blue color, what it does for you, for meditation, for that state of the mental state. And every color will have its beauty. Every color will indicate something. Now, the one thing that I want to end with, when seasons change, and every one of you maybe has different seasons depending on which part of the world you're in, go and have a look at the trees, nature. What are the predominant colors there and then? Bring them. Put a cushion, put candles, cushions of the 7 colors, candles of all 7 colors, small items. If you don't even have anything, piece of paper with that color. Get pieces of paper with all these colors, and place them around you. Stick them on the wall. So with the change of seasons, please, because we are going into autumn, bring that golden, brown, yellowish color. Green, the green is changing. It's changing from green to brown. It doesn't mean you cannot have green. You can have green, but with the other autumnal colors, and place them around you. I noticed that in some parts of the States, the autumn is very red. And it amazed me, golden red. And I was like, wow, the fallen leaves. So I would bring that color inside. Buy flowers that are in season. Just bring the colors that are indicative of what is happening outside in nature into your home. Let's say you've done that and you didn't, with the intention that it's going to reflect something, and they're not working for you. Find your color. Find the color that genuinely gives you this oomph. And you can never go wrong. If you have high blood pressure, avoid too much red. If you have low blood pressure, avoid too much blue. Just a highlight of blue is good, or a highlight of red, because they play with the body just as they play with the spaces and environment. So bring color into your life. If you enter someone's home and it's all white and off-white, it's a wonderful color. It's serene, everything, but it might not be working for them because they're serene all the time. Nothing is happening in life. So they need to add a bit of color. My first house was like this. I had everything off-white, white, and just unpainted wood. And I was calling to meet someone, to have a partner, to meet the right person for me. Until a friend of mine told me, where are the colors? Where are the colors? Where's the color of desire? Where's the color of love? Where's the color of the heart? Where are the colors? You're just in a serene mode. Yes, you're in the fresh mode of cleansing, but how long are you going to cleanse for? And the minute I started to put colors is the minute things changed in my life. So enjoy the colors of life. Enjoy every season. Imitate the seasons. Imitate them. Bring the seasons into your home, the colors of the seasons. I remember so well when I was growing up that we used to change the wardrobe would be the upper one to kind of like store the winter clothes and bring the summer clothes, and then we had clothes in between, demi-season clothes, and we played with a lot of colors with our wardrobe. And I also remember as a child that they used to change a lot of the bedding colors. So we would have the happy, they would say, oh, we're having the happy bright colors, it's summer. And they would change the colors accordingly, according to the seasons. And we ate fruit and vegetable in season only, in season. So if you want prosperity, go for gold. If you want serenity, go for blue to meditate and to open the third eye. If you want expansion of the heart, compassion, go for green. If you want to have an opportunity to have a new beginning, go for white. Experiment, enjoy, be happy. Happy seasons, happy life.